Just a couple of silly friends talking about serious stuff.
Hello, welcome back to Not What I Was Expecting. Two friends react to Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I'm Enough.
And I'm Edward. Welcome back. And when we say welcome back this time, we're also saying that to each other, as we had some minor technical difficulties, and midway through recording the episode, our recording we lost the recording. So unfortunately, we'll be starting the recording again from the beginning of the episode. So what you'll be seeing is sort of redoing the reactions we just did to the best of our ability. It won't be quite as raw or as unfiltered as you're used to. But we'll let you know when we get to the part that is totally fresh for me. So we just thank you for bearing with us, and we're sorry for the little screw up.
Yes.
And we'll just get right back to our regular programming.
Many apologies. And a reminder to check out your content warnings. We are still in season 3 as we head into season 3, episode 12, Trent.
And as always, a huge thank you to our Patreons. Please like the video, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let's get right into it.
Previously on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
When we left off, Nathaniel had basically told Rebecca that he was willing to leave Mona, do anything to be with her, and Rebecca showed up, but didn't actually wait and left before giving Nathaniel an answer.
I have a final. It's an ethics class. It's hard. Well, just copy your ethics off someone else.
Heather always with the best advice.
It's crocheting, and she is trying to relax. She and Nathaniel are...
She looks very relaxed. Is there such a thing as angry knitting and angry crocheting?
Probably, yeah.
Clearly, I wasn't ready to be in a relationship.
Also, he was seeing someone else. That always works out great.
I love Valencia throwing the subtle shade at Rebecca, like, you've done this before to me, remember? And Rebecca's just like, whoop.
And the act of talking about the Bechdel test kind of technically means you've failed the Bechdel test.
I don't think that's accurate. Also, that feels like it should have been a Rebecca line.
I mean, I could see Heather doing that too. Like, Heather wouldn't care about it as much the way Rebecca would, but she would still kind of point it out, I think.
Really want a donut now. Good thing I can make them. Nice.
When you're a permanent bachelorette, it's mandatory that you go out and get a buttload of cats.
Yeah, cats are not gendered. You can be single and male and go get a cat. My cat's hiding somewhere. She's still getting used to me, but...
My cat's amazing. Highly recommend cats. They're adorable and affectionate and lovely and fun.
Puppets! I love puppets.
Yes. Very pro puppet channel.
Yes.
Give me a buttload of cats. Meow, a buttload of cats, meow.
I love the Muppets. One of my all-time favorite movies is Muppet Treasure Island because Tim Curry is a Muppet.
I haven't seen it.
Ooh.
Meow, meow, meow.
Okay.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow.
Meow, meow, meow.
We need a new publicist.
Why? Cats make great companions.
Yeah, but there is a lot of bad press about cats. I actually saw a whole thing.
Consider getting a dog.
I saw a whole long thing about how cats are viewed as feminine rather, because they set boundaries, and men often don't like things and people that set boundaries, which is why dogs are viewed as more masculine because they're just always wanting attention and don't really set boundaries the way cats do.
Yeah.
I just found it a very interesting point.
Do you want to get out of here and talk more about our cats?
Yeah.
Aww. Aww.
I love them.
Oh.
I know it's not that long ago, but in 2015 or so, 2016, it still wasn't super common on TV to see so many clearly queer couples.
Yeah.
And queer relationships. Yes, they still weren't shown as a physically affectionate with each other as straight couples were, but like
Self-think.
this show
I can hear you
was
think
pretty
too.
progressive. Oh my god.
Yeah. Ah, Trent.
I'm just a boy in a...
I wish you all could have seen my actual genuine like first reaction to Trent's appearance, because I was like legitimately like scared.
Yeah.
And I was originally wearing a different shirt, but as soon as he popped up, I'm like, okay, I'm running to my room, and I put on a turtleneck for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, I was like, I need a turtleneck, and you were like, ah.
Yes. So I went and this turtleneck is in honor of Trent.
I said blam.
I said blam.
I basically offered to give up everything for her, and
Waijo. I love me some Waijo. And now
Yeah.
Waijo has a dog. Could he get any hotter? It's Waijo with a dog.
I'm not a huge fan of the goatee, but I am a fan of their relationship. It's adorable.
Yeah.
You thirsty? You want some water?
I love this show. It's a show that also shows male friendships in a really positive light. And I like that.
Yeah. I feel like Waijo would be somebody who would have a little like collapsible water dish for his dog that
Yeah.
he carries around.
Why is it that all of my friends, including you, are in love with Rebecca? Does she have a magic vagina?
Also, magic vagina. That's just funny to say.
I refer to it as the sorting hat.
Harry Potter references don't hold up as well in
Also, that's
2024.
very cringe.
Yes.
Yikes. I keep telling her that work is crazy. It's not crazy. It's not fair to her.
No.
Mona's great. She doesn't deserve this.
Yeah, no, it's pretty crappy what you're doing.
I love Judge.
Judginess I've heard so much about.
Yeah, but you need to hear it sometimes. You know, we all need a friend who can sometimes be like, dude, you suck. Fix it.
Yeah.
Ugh, when will I ever get the message?
When are you gonna get the message, Trent? I don't want to see you.
But I wore my best turtleneck.
He does look good in a turtleneck.
You blowing up my wedding kind of put me on the path to almost killing myself.
Take some responsibility for your actions. I saved you from being in a marriage you didn't even want. And now I'm here to claim my prize.
Women are not prizes.
I mean, where the hell have you been?
Oh, you have no idea what I've done to fight my way back to you.
You were like this the whole time. You were just like, you know.
Oh, this part,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm so sad you can't see my actual reaction, because I was like freaking out and just like, what the hell is going on? I even like spun around in my chair because I couldn't look.
I'm coming to rescue you, Rebecca.
Oh.
Just as I was about to save you from your tower.
Yeah, I was having trouble watching this part because you were like.
It's ironic then that I was hit by a bus and
Oh my god. I mean, that was basically slapstick, and I love slapstick.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I know I literally just saw it like half an hour ago, but like I couldn't help it. That was so funny.
And this guy, Rachel Bloom's husband.
Would you mind
Yes.
hearing some of my new stand-up set?
Also, I love the fact that like it's Rachel Bloom's real life husband basically torturing the guy creeping on his wife's character.
Yeah.
And that just makes me, you know, the meta-ness of it I find amusing.
Gynecological
Yeah.
obstetric.
back towards the Brooks Brothers at the Desert Hills premium outlets to find myself some clothes.
I feel like this is the worst product placement for Brooks Brothers ever.
Oh my god! I mean, that's the most insane story I've ever heard. Honestly, I'd be impressed if I weren't so disgusted by you as a person. I am not looking.
I love how the actor does such a good job of standing there uncomfortably.
Yeah.
He looks awkward and like uncomfortable,
Yeah.
like he doesn't know what to do with his body. And that's great acting. That's great physical acting.
Okay, everyone already knows all my top secret personal info, thanks to you.
Oh, I have way better info than
Yeah, he's incredible at this role. He's so uncomfortable to watch.
And the way he uses his voice. I would be shocked if this is at all what his voice actually sounds like.
And he's just all eye contact.
Yeah. And the complete lack of emotion in his voice.
on a girl called Mona.
Mm.
I printed out a hard copy because hard copies just have more gravitas.
I like how Trent points out how just horrific Rebecca's behavior is. Like, she tried to have a woman killed that she was jealous of. Like, that's not cute and funny. That's
No.
terrifying. And Trent is just the antithesis of it. It's just that, unlike Rebecca, he's not adorable. So his actions that he's doing that are basically the same as Rebecca's or similar vein.
Right. We're not seeing any positives from Trent like we see
Yeah.
from Rebecca. We're not
Whereas
seeing him help
Rebecca,
his friends and grow as a person. We're not seeing any of that.
that's true. That, you know what? It's not just that Rebecca's cute and sweet and a woman. It's also that we also see the good parts of her.
Mm-hmm.
That she does care about her friends and she does try to be a good person. We only see the bad with Trent. That's a really good point.
DJ Disc Joshy is in the house! Hey, Valencia's girlfriend, because she has girlfriends now, and that's so cool.
Josh.
We've met a couple times.
See, you're so cool. And she's gonna ask you to plan the party. Here to pitch to you my DJ services.
I'm not doing that party. We can't turn down events.
Is it just me or has Valencia gotten meaner?
We have to buy onion rings every hour just to keep the Wi-Fi going. We're doing the party.
I mean, not that she owes Josh anything, considering what he did to her and all that, but like,
yeah.
Still.
If we're doing it my way.
I like Beth. Beth is great.
Yeah, we had a really good conversation about Valencia.
But can we at least do the Royal? I've been dying for a kid's party.
Don't listen to him. Shut up about it, Josh.
Oh, the Royal is the best. Okay, it's a dance, Valencia.
Also, Josh, read the room. Like, she asked you not to, so like, don't.
Yeah.
No royal, no cheesy music. That is not my personal brand.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, she worries a lot
Also,
about her personal image.
Can you have a personal brand when you don't have a brand?
She's
what
trying
I mean
to
is
build a brand.
Yeah, but she doesn't have one. It's not like she's had any success.
Well, she's trying to make her brand successful. That's,
I suppose,
what she's doing.
Don't ever touch me again.
That takes me back to when we were dating. But you know what I'm talking about, right, Beth?
I don't have that problem, Josh.
I like that, how like when you're in a relationship where you actually care about the other person and not just from what's inertia.
Yeah.
You actually like will be affectionate with the person.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun staying up all night. I have my phone back now.
First, we have to play Settlers of Catan.
Catan is a 2-player game. It is not a 2-player game. It is a 3 to 4-player game, or 5 to 6 with the expansion. It is not a 2-player game. Sorry, not really relevant, but I thought it was important to say.
I would like to take you to my office and show you around. Everyone will be there today, except for, sadly, Nathaniel. He'll be at a meeting.
Something that I really enjoy doing as a hobby is taking multiplayer games and trying to figure out 2-player variants for them. The 2-player variants that usually come with the games tend to be very poor quality. Like,
yeah.
They're not balanced correctly.
They're thrown in there just to kind of have rather than have any focus on.
This is Trent.
Okay, I love that sweater dress on Rebecca. It looks very good on her.
I love that she's wearing a turtleneck when she's with Trent.
Well, he got it for her. Like he said in the previous scene, like he got her that dress. Oh, yeah, he chose that.
That's hilarious.
Trent is the love of my life. He is the Pyramus to my Thisbe.
And I love how like easily Paula's picking up on it. Not that it's subtle, but
Pyramus and Thisbe is a weird choice.
What is that reference? I don't.
It's a Midsummer Night's Dream play within a play.
I have a gushing period, and I need Rebecca's help for a minute. So,
What kind of help?
Okay.
That's invasive.
No, I think menstruation is beautiful. It's my favorite time of the month to make love.
Is it just me or does Trent feel taller than he is? I feel like he's not that tall, but he feels tall.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
I do like how they're making it so explicit in this episode that he is the man stand-in for Rebecca.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's turned up a little more because he has no redeeming factors that we do see from Rebecca. But yeah, no, he's a lot of the manipulation, the trickery, the lies, the black, like that's all stuff Rebecca has done.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah,
deserve
poor
Mona.
Nathaniel after being rejected by Rebecca for not being at a place where she can have a relationship and then showing up at the office with Trent.
I mean, I know you like we had this conversation that you're like poor Rebecca, and I'm just like poor Mona.
Yeah, obviously poor Mona is
But
the worst in this
like
situation.
I have no sympathy for Nathaniel because he brought this on himself in a lot of ways. Like, had he made himself fully available to Rebecca earlier, maybe something could have happened or not. But like,
I feel like
I
he's
don't know.
been available for Rebecca the whole time.
Well, he was literally dating someone else.
Yeah, because she liked it that way.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think you want to know. Why? He just is. Okay, so I need your help. It's nothing we haven't done.
3 seasons and an 8-month time skip, and she still hasn't learned to tell the truth.
It is in the past. Yeah. I have changed.
Why can't you just tell the truth?
Dude, did you not see Aladdin growing up? Tell her the truth!
Just go to the police? No, we can't go to the police. That's how blackmail works. And breaking the law is not a good idea for me right now.
Yeah, seriously.
Also, I mean, do lawyers... Well, that's true. Lawyers don't care about morality. They care about the law. Well, how they can exploit the law. And yes, there are good lawyers out there. I know I'm not like... But yeah.
I didn't want to say this. I really didn't, but...
Oy. Don't do it, Rebecca.
He has dirt on you, too.
Don't do it, Rebecca. She's doing it. She's lying again.
It's the bugging. It's the brick.
How can Paula not tell by now when she's lying? Like,
I don't know.
Because she's not a very good liar. Like, her demeanor and voice changes. And she becomes, when she's lying, she becomes much more earnest.
Yeah.
Like, that's her tell, is that she's just become so much more, like, earnest and genuine and, like, serious when she's lying.
Yeah.
Let's take back his power. Let's blackmail the blackmailer.
And then always leads into the, and this is what I really need you to do.
But we have no choice. Both of us, right?
Paula's actually trying to grow and change as a person, and Rebecca won't let her.
One last time.
And this isn't even a case of where, like, Paula could say no, because Paula thinks she's in danger.
Yeah.
Right? Like, in other circumstances, Paula could have said no. Certain people could say no, like, depending on the situation. But, like, Paula thinks her life that she's building is in danger.
Yeah. Absolutely. She could go to prison.
Although I love the fact that she just has all of her stuff right next to her chair.
Never stops. We're both super into this. That much is clear.
Poor Paula.
Yeah.
Back on the road with a little back pain.
I wore a one-piece like leotard like that once, and it looked really good on me, but my friend didn't let me keep it. I wish I still had it. I mean, I could probably buy one. I just wouldn't know where to look.
Can we please just keep working on the case?
I said it when we watched the first time, and I'll say it again. Rebecca looks really hot with a guitar.
Yeah, I think so too.
We're back in action.
This isn't the best song, though. It's just kind of there.
I was trying to remember what songs were on the last episode, too. I feel like it has been a couple of duds episode-wise for songs.
Yeah.
I gotta say, for a blackmailer, he's decent on consent.
Yeah, we commented on this before in a previous episode, actually, about how Trent is weirdly cool about sexual consent. Like, he's still a monster, but he's weirdly cool about physical sexual consent.
Everyone has their own moral guidelines.
No, don't beat yourself up, okay? Or we're gonna get him.
Okay, you're right. We're gonna get him.
Yeah, beat up Rebecca for lying to you. Don't beat yourself up.
He's actually at the South Cameron storage facility.
Wait, he is mixed up with coyotes.
What?
Yeah.
They taught him how to survive, how to howl, how to eat lizards. Do you think they followed him to West Covina from the desert?
Yeah, I don't think he actually said the lizard part.
No, he didn't. I was paying attention this time. He didn't.
Yeah, me too.
Smugglers are called coyotes.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense.
Coyotes, I believe it's pronounced.
Those montage visuals were from my point of view.
So the first time I watched this, I was thinking literal coyotes and Trent was just nuts. And then when they got to the scene, I'm like, oh, duh.
Behind us and we can get back to our lives and our families and my finals.
You can get this outfit on Amazon.
I'll keep it in mind. I think it would hug my curves very well, and I got the legs to pull it off.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the right hair. I'd have to get a wig.
Riverdale? Please, Janie. None of your friends are hot enough to be on Riverdale.
That's not nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now go put on your sequined headband and floor-length pearl necklace. And don't forget your ivory cigarette holder and hip flask. Today's your day, Janie.
So we had a long conversation about this scene before we had the recording problems. So I'll try to recreate it as best I can. But one of the things I talked about was the idea of the customer is always right. That's something that's used by a lot of very obnoxious people to try to get what they want and excuse their rudeness and straight up abuse of retail workers. It also isn't even what it means. The original idea, it's one of the many sort of phrases and expressions that people think means one thing, but it actually means like something else. The customer is always right refers to taste. The customer is always right in terms of taste. In other words, if I want to buy this ugly thing that will clash with my living room, it doesn't matter. You sell it to me because it's what I want. It doesn't mean the customer is always right in terms of abuse and lying and being, whatever. So in the case of the party planner like this, the customer, the 16-year-old girl, wanted a Riverdale themed party.
Yeah.
And by Valencia refusing to do that and doing completely her own thing that the customer didn't want, it's not how you run a business.
Yeah. And I said that I understood, feel like I understand the balance that she's trying to have here as a business owner. You have a certain brand, and brand means that there's some element of taste or decision making or style involved in that. And feeling like something doesn't fit your brand and may demean your brand by doing it could be a problem. And I understand as a business owner trying to balance those things, being able to satisfy your customer and make something that you are proud of and can use in your future, in your portfolio.
But that's the thing. That's what she's missing is the balance. She's not doing like, okay, you want a Riverdale themed party, so we'll do that, but we'll make it high class and whatever. It's no, I'm just going to do something that you have no interest. Also, what 16-year-old in 2015 would have wanted a 1920s themed party? I'm sure there are some, maybe in some of our younger viewers would have liked that, but let's be honest, most 16-year-olds don't want a 1920s themed party for their Sweet 16.
No. I think
that is something. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I think Valencia is struggling a bit with the age-old, like, I'm no longer in the hip young generation, and I still think that I know what is hip and cool and have not quite understood that I'm now old and cringe.
Yes. It's every generation. I have heard so many people I've heard people my age, older, and even younger be like, oh, kids. I've heard 22-year-olds be like, oh, kids in their music today. I'm like, dude, literally I said that when you like every single generation has said about the next generation, even if we're talking about 5 years later being a generation. And honestly, one of the most cringy things you can say, in my opinion, is kids these days, or music isn't as good these days, or this or that. And like, you're ignoring survivorship bias. Like, oh, music in the 60s was better. It's like, nah, a lot of it was garbage. It's just the good stuff is what lasted. Just like in 30 or 40 years, the good stuff from today is what kids will be listening to. And there's more to it than that, because there's also so much more music now with the advent of YouTube and streaming and other things, but that's a whole separate topic that we're not going to get into right now. But it's also, we talked about the idea that like, teenagers often feel like, their needs and wants are like at the center of the universe, because, you're still developing empathy as you grow older. But also, in a way, they're right, because media and advertising is so much catered to teenagers. The 13 to 24-year-old demographic is like the most sought after demographic in media, in movies and TV. That's why all horror movies are PG-13 nowadays, because they're trying to sell them to teenagers.
Yeah, I think when I was a teenager, I sort of expected that I kept hearing that everything was geared toward teenagers. So I think that I expected that all media, all mainstream TV shows and music would be geared toward teenagers, and I would just be out of the loop and not catered to as a demographic outside of that. But as I've grown older, and I think this has a lot to do with the diversity of streaming options and stuff that we have now, and there's just more media to consume, but there's so much more that is geared toward people of different age demographics, of different queerness or racial, or there's just so much more diversity now that it's easier to find something that I feel represented in. What, that's not where I was going. Not represented. What are we talking about? I got lost.
The idea that
age,
age, and it's what Valencia's doing here is she's trying to make what she thinks teenagers will like, not realizing that she's sort of moved beyond that. She's not a teenager anymore. She doesn't know what kids like. I am 35 years old. I don't know what kids like today. I do a tiny bit, but that's only because my nieces and nephews tell me what they like.
And that's okay.
I don't actually know.
And that's okay, because people your age who you want to spend your time with like different things than 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
So it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be up on all the new stuff.
But if you're doing something for someone who is younger than you, do something they'll like, not something you'll like.
Yeah. I think you
know,
mentioned
what? Now
like,
you can
just
still
don't
make it. Sorry, go ahead.
I think you mentioned like, just don't take the job. If it seems like it's going to hurt your business or something, just don't take it in the first place.
Or if you just refuse to, I mean, because the thing is, she barely has a business. That's kind of the point. Like Beth is pointing out, we need whatever jobs we can get.
Right.
And if you refuse to compromise, then maybe you shouldn't be in this business.
Yeah. And I think Valencia is really, I mean, she's still new to all of this. So she's still trying to figure out how to do this balance. And I think we're seeing her struggle with that right now.
Something that's been consistent with her character is she does struggle with compromise when she's sure she's right. That is a consistent character of herself. And even though she's grown, and I do think she's overall a good person, she does still have a little bit of elitism there.
Yeah.
You know, she is a flawed person, and one of her flaws is she is somewhat elitist.
One thing I like about her is that she is able to defer to other people who she deems as having more knowledge or expertise than she does. But to her, style is not only part of her business brand, it's very much part of her personal identity. Her having style, like that is who she is as a person. She's put a lot of effort into that. So I think this almost feels like more than just a business, like long-term thinking, that it feels almost like an attack on her identity in a way.
She's taking it personally. She's mixing business and personal in a way. She's taking it personally.
Oh, hello, little guy.
Cat attack. Buttload of cats? No, just the one.
Hi.
All right. Ready? One last thing. I am bothered by in a good way, because I think we're supposed to be bothered by how dismissive she's being of Beth right now.
Yeah.
Like, that is not good for their business partnership or their relationship.
I gotta let
and so I like them and I want them to work. So I'm kind of, we lost enough to a cat, viewers. I'm sorry, but I guess it's just going to be me from now on. We've lost another one to the cats.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they're back.
Cats. They're a lot.
I was just saying,
we love cats.
I want good things for their relationship, and I'm hoping that they work through this and communicate, and they find a way that works for both of them, because they're so sweet together. They're so cute.
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We're giving her a tasteful, sophisticated, upscale event with photos that will help promote our business.
Oh, God knows. That's what every teenager wants.
Oh, man.
Josh is in the house.
I mean, Josh looks pretty good if he weren't looking so uncomfortable.
So tight. I can't even raise the roof. Look,
It does look like the jacket is too tight.
Yeah.
Just to do the royal. No, royal. Just pretend not to be a lame townie for 10 seconds.
Oof. Yeah, Valencia feels like she's gotten meaner a little bit. I don't know.
She's ashamed of her background.
Oh, you're good. That's it exactly.
I'm not sure if I'm good or if the show is just.
Well, you picked up on it and I didn't.
Thanks for coming. You're only putting one butt cheek on the chair. That's fair. I deserve that.
I do like his self-awareness here, sort of.
I launched a new campaign for one of our overseas funds, but weirdly, my phone worked while all that was happening.
That's such a good line. That is such a good line.
You just ghosted on me for a few days.
Okay, but it won't happen again.
Few days doesn't seem that long to me, but they might.
When you completely ghost for a few days after 8 months together, when you.
Ooh. Why don't we move in together?
Moving in.
You're asking me to move in with you.
This is when I did the whole, like, oh my God.
So if we move in together, that means you'll stop sleeping with Rebecca Bunch?
So there's a bit of a bombshell.
Who?
Okay. Oh God, the way he moves, he looks so uncomfortable. He's so good at that. Like every one of his movements is uncomfortable.
Oh, you all right?
Also, could they be more suspicious looking?
No.
I thought you were gonna give me a challenge, Trent.
Also, they cover up everything except their faces. All right, guys, if you're gonna commit crimes, we don't condone crimes. Yes, we do. No, don't commit crimes, but if you do, cover your face.
Also, if you're expecting a hard thing to get into and you find an easy one, should that be concerning?
I mean, I personally wouldn't assume someone would show up to my random storage locker and pick a lock.
How did you know?
Sure, but thank you, now I am.
This is where we left off.
I'm so sorry, Mona, but it's over.
This is more or less where we left off, so this is fresh now.
For all my therapist, Dr. Kobe, and he's great, by the way. He keeps asking me, why are you waiting around?
I love that it's Dr. Kopian's husband. Like it comes together. Like he's dating two people that are both seeing a husband and wife therapist team.
I should have spoken up sooner. I want something real.
I think I didn't realize that I could have that with you.
Then you're an idiot.
So, where does that leave us?
Let's just start with dinner.
Oh, she put the other butt cheek on the chair.
I love the bacon wrap dates here. Oh, God.
What the heck?
Okay. I love that scene. I love that scene. I love the way she handled it. And Nathaniel messed up bad. Like, he was cheating on her, period. But he didn't try to make excuses. Once he got caught out, he didn't try to lie. He just said, I messed up and I'm sorry. And he didn't try to say, like, well, let's work through it. He said, what do you want? Like, where does that leave us? What do you want? Like,
yeah,
he understood that if she had just walked out like that, like, I don't get the sense if she had just said goodbye, fuck you, and left, he'd have just sat there and accepted it. At least that's how the sense I got.
Yeah.
And I like that. But I also like the fact that she's, we've talked about this before in previous episodes, or maybe in one of our movie reviews, I don't remember, about how I'm of the belief, and I know not everyone shares this belief, that cheating in and of itself is not an automatic relationship ender, depending on how it's handled, where it goes from there, what penance is done, what steps are taken by the cheater to remedy and rebuild trust. We talked about it with Scott. We talked about it, I think, in the last episode about Nathaniel cheating on Mona. And I'm really curious to see where this goes, because in the brief interaction, like, that's the most we've gotten from Mona in the entire series so far. We've seen her a couple times. She's had a couple lines, but that's the most we've gotten from her. She seems very emotionally healthy. She's aware of her traumas. She's aware of how her upbringing messed her up. She's working on it in therapy. And she also acknowledges the problems that Nathaniel has with a similar upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, that scene was brilliantly acted, well written, I just was a great scene.
Yeah.
And I hope we get more Mona because I like her. And I hope Rebecca doesn't get her killed.
That would be nice. I don't like that thread is still open, but
yeah.
Be nice to
It
have
shouldn't
some
be
kind
that
of closure.
Easy. Yeah. That is some serial killer level stuff. Oh God,
yeah.
ew. Oh God, ew, 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 ew.
So much underwear. So much
underwear.
Oh God, ew.
Oh wait, kitten.
And he's sleeping there. I told you, yeah. I was right. He's been sleeping there.
Lots of sex books. Okay, these are all my socks. I always wear mismatched socks. I look like the host of a Nickelodeon show.
Okay, this is just all ramen.
Okay, but how is he that buff and that whatever if all he eats is ramen? Just saying. Hollywood magic.
Look at this, look at this. This definitely has a whole hide my weapons and drugs type vibe, right?
Yes. There's really no lock. Oh, you know what? I don't think...
It's a trap! To quote Admiral Akbar.
Yeah, it's never drugs.
They got gacked. They got slimed. Who remembers the Nickelodeon where you would get slimed on like all of their shows?
That stuff's really hard to get out of your hair.
How do you know? You've been slimed? You've been gacked?
Yeah.
When did you get slimed?
There was a live Nickelodeon show and me and my family were contestants.
That's so cool.
I don't know what other pregnancies are like, but when I'm pregnant, I crave your food.
Cool. Oh, no. Oh, baby girl, no. It's my love test. You failed it. You've broken my heart.
I'm gonna take these tasty treats to go in my room.
Love you, Heather.
I don't understand why you don't trust me.
Our relationship is 90% based on fear.
Why don't you love me? Standing in the way of that.
You.
You've encouraged my attentions every step of the way. Love kernels.
Those feelings are not real. So blackmail me all you want. I'm never gonna love you.
That was so mean.
No, it wasn't.
I'll remember those words under a veil of my own tears.
But this scene is once again illustrating such a beautiful job of how much his behavior mirrors Rebecca's.
But that's everything. Goodbye, baby girl.
Get out, Trent.
And go to therapy. Go to so much therapy.
Are the bacon wrap dates ready?
Turn them over in 5. They'll be ready in 20. Hooky out.
Okay, that was actually kind of funny.
So did you want to turn the dates over?
Oh my God.
I mean, she can get away with a lot. She's carrying someone else's baby.
It's true.
Also, I like how they're also having bacon wrap dates, just like Mona and Nathaniel are. Oh no!
Like somebody really wanted some bacon wrapped dates that day.
Yeah, in the writer's room.
Paula, it's done. We did it. Trent's gone.
He is? Really? Just like that?
And he destroyed all the evidence.
Oh my God, I was so scared.
Oh, Paula, you're my best friend, and...
Okay, all right, I gotta go. Bye, honey.
Uh-oh, what's Paula doing? What's Paula doing?
Hey, kid, there are more bacon wrap dates.
Oh my God, this is so depressing.
I can't believe we didn't get that party.
Valencia,
What?
we already have a party. It sucks.
Thank you, Beth.
Because it's in this stupid town with these stupid people.
That's an awful way to talk. You're from here. Don't be ashamed of where you come from or who you are. He's not.
And that's what makes him ridiculous.
That's actually what makes him cool.
Make it fun.
Janie deserves that.
Good for you, Beth.
Yeah.
I like you, Beth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, party does suck. Also, poor Janie. Oh my God.
All right, kids, let's get this party started!
Oh my God.
Weirdly incredible.
Oh my God. Holy cow. Yes, because all teenagers need is encouragement from a 30-something to make them start dancing.
Yeah. I also love that Valencia choreographed a dance for their winning
Of course she
prom
did. You're
or
right.
homecoming or whatever it was.
Yeah. Why
I'm
would
a
the
person
balloons
who,
be there? Like, she wouldn't have prepared the balloons, so why would the balloons be there?
as a person who appreciates production design and event design, being prepared, I appreciate Valencia's having a whole dance ready.
Yeah.
Did a good job tonight.
Thank you.
I'm okay with my past. Sort of. Feel a strange emotion towards you.
Respect?
Never.
Never. That was a great delivery. Never. Oh, I missed the turtleneck dress. It looked really good on her.
I just wanted to thank you for all your help. Can't believe that I left myself open to blackmail like that. We both learned our lesson.
Did she? Did Rebecca learn her lesson? No. No, she didn't.
Say that I'm so sorry. It's Trent's fault. I'm just glad it's over. Yeah, me too.
Is it? Because there's one more episode left this season. I don't think it's over. Hey, Rebecca, you lied. What?
Good job, Nathaniel.
But where is he working? Or did he sell his shares? Oh, is he? He's rooming with Daryl.
What's going on?
I decided it would be best if you and I didn't work in the same office. He keeps pushing me to get a bunk desk. You've moved on, obviously. I saw your new boyfriend, the big guy.
Wait, you saw him? You saw that?
Made me fully appreciate that Mona is a lot better for me than I realized.
Oh.
I lied to her for so long. But that's on me.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Well, hey, that's on me too.
No.
Yep.
What I did wasn't great either.
I know you really well, Rebecca, and you're a good person.
I like this Nathaniel. Like, you kept saying how much you love Nathaniel and his growth and everything. And now that I'm seeing it more and more, I love it. Okay. So that was season 3, episode 12, Trent. Take 2.
Yes.
There's one more episode, and obviously Trent, Nathaniel, and Rebecca aren't done, or at least not from Rebecca's perspective. So we'll see where that goes. And obviously there was the big what was different about the lie this time, about Rebecca lying about the blackmail, was you could see that she was hurt that she lied. Other times when she's lied, there was like relief that she got away with it, or relief once it got exposed that she didn't have to lie anymore or whatever. But this time she came to the realization that what she did was terrible on her own.
Mm-hmm.
There was no external lesson. There was no nothing. She knows what she did was wrong, and it's tearing her apart. And that, in a way, is its own kind of growth. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm one episode left for season 3. We'll have gotten through the very difficult season 3.
What are your expectations for the last episode?
Oh gosh. I mean, it's going to be Rebecca and Paula having some sort of confrontation, I'm guessing, based on the lie. It's going to be Rebecca having to sort of accept that Nathaniel is no longer her next person. And again, like, she keeps going from person to person. It was Josh, then Greg, then Josh and Greg, back and forth. And as soon as Josh was out of the picture, it was almost immediately to Nathaniel. And that wasn't healthy either. Rebecca still has never had a healthy romantic relationship.
Yeah.
You know, because like, even though, like, yeah, like Nathaniel said, I also like he owned it. It wasn't Rebecca's fault. He didn't blame Rebecca for the cheating. He cheated.
Yeah.
And Rebecca was trying to own it. That's the other thing. Rebecca was trying to say, like, oh, I did bad. I also did wrong. Which begs the whole question. If you're sleeping with someone who is with someone else, like, are you cheating? That's a whole other discussion. But Nathaniel owned it completely. And in a way, I feel like that's sort of in Rebecca's mind, took some of the power away from her.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing something wrong. No, you weren't. It's sort of like she was trying to own it and apologize, and he took that away from her. And I think that is also going to come to a bit of head. Also, I assume Heather's going to give birth, and Daryl's going to be a new dad again. So I assume that's going to happen in the end of season 3.
Okay.
And I hope we get more Joe because I love Joe.
All right. We will find out how this ridiculous season ends next time. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. As always, if you like what we do, please leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe to our channel. If you love what we do, check out our Patreon and see how you can support. As always, thank you so much to our Patreons. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you so much. Bye.